project I'm working on today is a ceiling repair in a bedroom. There was a water leak from a swamp cooler, and it left the ceiling stained, and they say it's kind of rotted because they can poke their hole through the ceiling. It's a new day and I'm headed back to the ceiling repair to do the texture. Now, when I was talking with the homeowner about the repair, they said that they're not interested in having all the swirls put back in and just do the best I can. I've done several other repairs for them in their house and they liked what texture I put on there. But I am going to attempt to do this swirl pattern with the same brush. Hopefully it's in here. With the same brush that I'm going to use to texture the areas outside of the swirl pattern. Now, when you're repairing ceilings, you're never going to get a perfect texture match, especially if you've got a lot of natural light that's cascading across from a large window. In this case, there happens to be a high window that goes all the way up to the ceiling, and there is just natural light beaming right across the ceiling texture. So it's not going to match. Now, if you do want it to match, the way you're going to do that is you skim coat the entire ceiling, and then you retexture the entire ceiling, and then you repaint the entire ceiling. That costs more money. Most customers aren't willing to pay that money for the uniform texture on the ceiling. Once in a while, they'll say, yeah, I want it to look perfect, and I'll skim coat the entire thing and do it the right way. But this is just one way, and it's probably the most common way that customers request their ceiling to be repaired. Kind of hard to see the light, but that's kind of the point. You don't want to see it. So that job took me maybe 4 hours total, but it did occur over a 3-day period. I used a drying compound versus a setting compound. It's much easier to sand, but it takes overnight to dry. I primered it, and in the last scenes there it was still wet, so it was flashing. The homeowners are going to paint the whole bedroom. They're going to use a flat ceiling paint and also paint the walls. So once the flat ceiling paint is on the whole ceiling, that repair pretty much just disappears. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below.